And she does too. So with the day it all happened, like you said she was deceased or whatnot. Did a mother's tuition kick in and say, let me go ahead and check on her?
Yes. Several times.
Right.
Oh, I think I was gonna cry. Hold on, give me a second. Several times. Those are the moments that are the worst. Because it's so crazy that you said, God, you don't even know me. It's crazy that you said that, but what my middle child will always say is how remarkably in tune to my children I am. And my mother is to me.
Right.
You know, like this very baby that we're talking about, my mama called me. I was standing, it's so funny, I was standing outside of an AME church, you know, the one right across the street from Greenville High. Mm-hmm. You're ready to walk in my best friend's wedding, and my mama called me telling, girl, is you pregnant and with another girl? And I had just took the test that morning. Like, this is crazy. This is true. That baby right there. And this is the baby that got my mama clean too. So I think all of that like was divine. But 3 separate times I was sitting there and the thought hit me that I should go to her room.
Right.
And at one point I actually went and had my hand on the door, and my thought process was she loved her electronic items. So she would always be on her tablet and her phone and stuff like that. And that would be the thing that we would get into it about all the time. Like, I just come busting up in there at like 11:30 or like midnight, like, you know? And she'd be like either under the cover, you know, or like, you know, she'd try to toss it or whatever. And I went to go do that. And I didn't open the door because I was like, it's the first day of spring break. Lay off.
You didn't want to bother.
I didn't want to bother.
Yeah.
I remember having that conversation. I was like, girl, it's spring break. I actually said that and let the doorknob go and went back to my room and sat down. And then she had actually, she's a little chef, you know, and she had made a brookie that night. And boy, when I tell you, to this day, it's like the best brookie I've ever had before in my life. But I wanted another piece. Bit greedy. You know, like you use, you know, like you use your kids like as a remote control. And well, mine are gophers. You know, I'm like, well, go downstairs and get me some tea. Well, go down. So yeah. You know, I was like, oh yeah, go down there and get me some more of that brookie, girl. That was good. And you know, she didn't answer me, and so I was like, you don't hear me? And she didn't answer me, and I got up and I got halfway to her room, and I was like, you know what? Like, I mean, if you start going up and down the stairs more, you lose some weight. You know, I'm literally, that's what I thought to myself. So I went on down the stairs and like, you know, got it. And then that third time, and I went and I saw her. I thought she heard me coming. And she's so silly. I told y'all she's silly. So she would have this thing. I don't know if you've ever seen Toy Story, but when Andy's coming, all the toys, like, you know, have to collapse. And like, Andy can't see that the toys can like move. And, you know, so like she's been doing this like for years. Like, she's always like sneaking on tablets and stuff. But if like I would be coming or my husband would be coming or if she heard anybody coming and she was doing something she wasn't supposed to be doing, she would just like drop.
Right.
Like, you know, and so like when I got to her doorway, that's kind of how she was. Like, she had like a bunk bed, and there's like a ladder and like a bookshelf right there. And so I could see her through the bookshelf, and she just looked like this. And I said to her, I was like, girl, you so silly. That's exactly what I said. Like, walking in the room, just talking. I was like, girl, you so silly. I was like, now, you know. And then like, at this point, I'm facing her, and it's just like, I think anyone will ever be able to understand what happens in a moment like that, because your eyes are seeing something that your mind can't register.
Right.
And I just started screaming no and just started crying. And, you know, like my first thought was to just grab her body. That was just my first thought, because she was hanging from her bunk bed. She was completely hanging. It's crazy because you wouldn't think that she could hang from that.
Yeah,